welcome back to RedHawk Rewind. I'm Tim Carey.
And I'm Dave Meyer. And Tim, last week I got a bunch of complaints that we didn't have a podcast. So
When you say a bunch, how many?
my mom, my
Okay.
sister,
So how many that weren't related to you?
I'm not sure that there were
Okay.
any. But if you would like to apologize to the world, because why we didn't have a podcast, I'll just open it up to you.
I'd like to apologize to the world that we did not have a podcast last week and that Dave has had to defend that to all of his relatives. I guess it's my fault because I was traveling with hockey team to the Friendship Four.
How was it, by the way?
It was really cool. The trophy at the end, ringing the bell in Belfast, and got to see a lot of Dublin and Belfast and some cool tourist attraction type stuff. I went to the Guinness Museum and the Game of Thrones studio experience and Giant's Causeway, and it was a good itinerary. It was a good trip.
Have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
No,
You should watch it. It's pretty good.
I have not seen it. I enjoyed the museum, like all the behind the scenes type stuff, but it was interesting listening to one of the players in the press conference during the week, and they were asking him about it, and he's like halfway through the show. So he's walking down, and how do you go through a Game of Thrones museum with no spoilers? Yeah, and so some of the teammates were doing their due diligence and telling him okay, you can look to the right, but don't look to the left right now, and
That's some good team bonding
Yeah,
right there.
that-
If you can trust your teammates to not spoil that show, because there's a lot
you
going
just
on.
go through life together. We've got Eli Blakey here today for football and talk about leadership and life and the MAC championship game. Can't forget that coming up Saturday. So
Should be fun. Let's get him in here.
And welcome back to Red Hawk Rewind and our special guest, redshirt senior safety, Eli Blakey from Louisville. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Eli, thanks for joining us. Big reason why, right? Big game this week. Just tell us a little bit. Excited for another trip to Detroit for the MAC title?
Extremely excited. I mean, you watched the game last year. I got injured the first series or so that was tough for me. Biggest game of the year, and you want to go out there and do everything you can to put it on the line for your teammates, and you get hurt, and it's just like you have to watch from the sidelines. And obviously, the game did not go how we wanted it to. So another opportunity, right?
So, that's got to be something that not just you personally, but the team as a whole, kind of motivation driving you over these last 12 months to get back there, right?
Definitely. I wouldn't be surprised. We have a lot of guys that – but honestly, too, though, we have a lot of transfer guys, too, that weren't there. But, we kind of explained it to them and let them know how much it was important to us. So, yeah, they're going to have to understand, we got to go this week. Even, starting today, as soon as I get there, we're going to be all in because can't allow that to happen. What happened last year to happen again,
I know there's not a lot of guys here that even played in that game last year. I think it's 5.
Probably, yeah,
right?
5 of us, yeah.
Unless you take the last series where,
yeah.
Is that something, at least the 5 of you guys, have you talked about that OU game and just how it's motivating you for this weekend?
We've talked about it all year. That's something that you probably will remember forever, especially me. It hit a little deeper, me just having to watch, It's I can't go out there and help my guys, so. And then everybody leaves, too. We had probably 20-plus seniors last year, so it's almost like we're doing this for them as well because those are our guys, and they kind of brought us up in that program. So it'll be very interesting,
Third straight appearance in the MAC championship game, third straight time for you starting. What has it been like to help make that standard for the program where the expectation when you come into August, no matter how much change there is, well, Miami belongs in Detroit?
No, yeah, for sure. It's definitely an expectation every year. It's we have to go to the championship, and it's just even with all the new guys, like you said, they don't know that standard, but as we win together, as we lose together, we kind of build that bond, and it's okay, this is what it's like. I think losing is just important sometimes. You understand, those big games that we came close, it definitely hurt, and it brought us closer together,
You almost sound like it's just ho-hum. We're going, it's another title game. Yeah, this is just our expectations. You understand that's not normal in the MAC, right? Where teams don't go to this game a lot.
Right. I guess that is true. But to me, it's kind of it almost is normal because, it's my 5th year and 3rd year in a row. It's expected. We better go to the championship.
Right, I get it.
So
Third year in a row, first time in Miami history, 3 straight MAC title games in a row. Look back for me a little bit. You and I talked in August, a lot of questions. I'm thinking back to wandering around the sidelines, camp report, and how much has changed since then. The ups and downs. We lose a few games in a row. You won a bunch of games in a row. Even November, a couple of losses, couple wins. Can you kind of get forest instead of trees and just like looking back at like what has this journey of this season been for you
Yeah, I
and the
always
team?
tell Coach White and Coach Zane, like our position coach, like this is the most personality I've ever played with since I've been here. Like everybody's just so different, and like, cause they're all coming from different schools, different places. Like we got people coming from the West Coast. Like, how often would you probably get that without the portal? We don't know,
Right.
So it's just like it's very interesting, and we have fun with it as well. Like we have a lot of fun. I know Coach probably gets on us sometimes because we're having too much fun, but that comes with the wins, and we got to be able to focus, when games get tight. And I think that with the personalities we have, we can do that. So it's been very, very interesting. Very.
So Tim's talking about the emotions of this season, right?
Mhm.
Walk us through the lows of the lows after that Toledo game,
Mhm.
and just where the vibes were at in that locker room,
Yeah.
and then when you flash forward 2 weeks later and you beat Ball State and you find out you're going to Detroit again.
Yeah, I mean, definitely at Toledo was rough, especially, I caught an interception in that game. Like I felt like we could have definitely. There's a lot of plays that we left out there, even myself, and those games hurt because you got to win those big games to make it to the championship. And I think in the locker room we were just kind of like, I don't know, lost for words almost, like because we really wanted that game, and to find out that we still had the chance to go, it was like, okay, we're about to go then, And then my guy Tommy G coming in the next 2 weeks and doing his thing and kind of propelling the defense as we always do to hold it down, and just a blessing, to be honest.
So, Tim, So what I wanted to get to is the celebration in the locker room when you beat Ball State. I've been in that locker room. I've heard that fight song. I don't know how many times.
Yeah,
It felt different.
yeah.
That Saturday afternoon.
I just think, I don't know, this year out of all years, like, to get to the championship was, in my opinion, the hardest out of all years. Like, we've had a lot of guys injured, a lot of guys, even back in fall camp, like guys tearing the ACL. I mean, Kenny was out the whole year. Kenny's he's a vet. He's around my age. He's one of the guys on offense that's probably running the show. So you lose guys like that, it's hard to keep functioning as well as we did. So making it to the championship with the squad, the guys that we have, is very interesting and it's fun. Like a bunch of young guys knew. Like I tell a joke, like there was a play in the game where I'm like somebody's motioning and I look and Brock Ulan's next to me and I'm like, my guy, like but like even Coy Beasley, he's a sophomore and he's become like my little brother out there. And, like these young guys can play, so it's like once you get that opportunity, what are you gonna do with it? So it's been fun though, for sure.
Saturday, I mean, a special day for a lot of reasons, but it was also senior day. So you're recognized out there, able to have family, friends, whatever. Like, just kind of talk me through not just the emotions on the field from the game, but just everything that goes into that of your last game at Yager Stadium.
Yeah, man, I'm just getting old, man. It's fun though, and I think that I've had a good time here. A lot of good experiences, grown. Like me being a freshman, being able to be behind guys like Sterling and Mike Brown and Salopek and Brett Gabbert. Like those guys are like literally Miami, So it's been fun though, I'm blessed for my 5 years here, but I think it is time for me to grow up and move on. I've been here for enough time.
All right. So for the record,
Mhm.
I was talking to a couple teammates, and they all think you're 30 years old.
Oh my God.
And they were all calling you Uncle
Yeah.
Eli. So,
Yeah.
one, how old are you? And or maybe you're over 30.
I am
don't know.
22. I think it's the beard, The beard is kind of, and I think it is also like I joke around with the guys, but I also get very serious with them at times. And not even just about football, about school, about social life, everything. Like because I've experienced a lot that they haven't yet, and I just show them like you can be in my position, but it takes this, and that to get there. And a lot of the off-field stuff is what can slow you down, and that's why they probably call me old so much because I'm always getting on them about just little small stuff like homework. Like, coach shouldn't be having to come tell you to do your homework. Like, come on, at this point, we're getting older. Like, let's get it together. But it may be the beard. Yeah, I think the old jokes are. It was funny at fall camp. Now, week 12, 13, I'm like, all right, I may actually be older out here. I'm not even the oldest on the team though.
Not even close.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think that maybe because I talk so much, they're like, you know what, we're just gonna call him old. Yeah.
Does it come naturally for you to rally the troops and be almost like that father figure, though?
I mean, it just kind of happened. I got younger siblings as well, and you spend so much time with guys. Like fall camp, you're with each other every single day, all day long. So it's almost like impossible to not. you see like a freshman doing something, you're like, okay, let me pull you to the side, you know, like let me help you out a little bit because I've did it before, you know, and that's what the older guys did for me. So it's like you're almost, you know, replacing that. You feel me? So, yeah.
In August, I wrote down this quote because I thought it was really good. Like, I kept hearing you say all day. Like,
All
you're
day.
very vocal during practice. So here's what you said. It's very important to understand one bad play can't shape your whole outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier in my career, I allowed myself to do that sometimes. Now that I'm older, I understand it's about being all day, not one play,
Mm-hmm.
one mistake, because you can catch a pick six the very
Next
next
play.
play. To me, maybe that last quarter of Western Michigan kind of felt like
Yeah.
that. Like, here's the way the game's trending for 45 minutes. All of a sudden, you know, it flips on its head,
Mhm.
and that really is the reason that your team's now in Detroit. Like, how did that period, as you look back to it, kind of encapsulate this mantra that you were driving in and back in the dog days of August?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, like football games can go either way. Like, at what point? What was the score? Like 17-9.
Yeah.
17-9, yep.
And at no point were we like, oh my gosh, like we can't. Like, no, it's just like, all right, we're here. We're gonna keep fighting. We're gonna keep going. And all day, just kind of, I don't know. Actually, I was playing the video game with my friends over the summer, and we just kept winning all day. And one of my friends was like, all day, like we're gonna do this all day. So I was like, I kind of like that motto, and kind of took it to the football field. And it's just like, cause like I said, I had that problem early in my career. Just I made this mistake. You keep thinking about it, and you just once you become a fifth year, and actually one of my friends' parents was telling me kind of like Tom Brady focuses on like making his people around him better than just him. And I kind of think that as a leader, that's kind of important. Like, if you focus on the guys around you and try to uplift them, then you'll slowly get better yourself, you know? So that's just kind of how I've been trying to lead my guys is like, okay, if I make everybody around me better, then I have to become better, you know? So, and I feel like it's been working for us. So we'll see this Saturday.
You were talking about the video game, was like the college football video game, or like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we used to play over the summer, you know, we do summer workouts, and then it's kind of fun to play as yourself, you know?
So here's my thing. I did not realize, and this is because, like, I mean, I'm sure my kid knows this because
Yeah.
he plays it, but like your ratings can go up and down through the year.
Yeah.
So like you had a good whatever week 12, all of a sudden your rating is like moving up.
I'm
So
at 87 now.
I came prepared. And I was going to ask you about these numbers, but apparently you already know what they are. So
Of course.
what is the number that should be the higher than it actually is? 87 overall is up a couple points from the beginning of the year, but I mean, if you do strengths and weaknesses for you, I mean,
Yeah.
you can be pretty
I
unbiased.
need my hit power to be like a 99, you know?
Okay.
What's it at right now?
85.
Okay.
At least a 90 because I'm coming downhill hitting.
I mean, I've seen those where like you kind of got a guy, a ball carrier, like flipped up in the air because you hit it.
like,
Yeah, I mean,
let's
like
be realistic here. Toughness. I fight through injuries all the time. Toughness should be at least a 95. It's at an 88. Tackle, that could be higher. You know, I'm a tackling machine out there, but 87, like that's
Pretty good.
Yeah, like being a young kid playing video games, like seeing yourself as an 87, like it can only go up. Like, I mean, I wonder if they still up the ratings in conference week or not.
We'll find out. Play really well, and let's see what happens.
Hopefully 90 by the end of the year. Like, that's the game plan. Like, if we can,
I've always wanted a video game for communications people like myself,
Okay.
where we have
like
to
a
like
podcast
yeah,
game.
we have to. Maybe it's a podcast. Maybe it's unjamming the copier.
Okay.
You know, it's doing some stats.
that
you
would
know,
be
who
like
knows
the
what
most
it is? Right?
boring video game of all time.
For me, it would be amazing. Let's go.
Communication simulator. I
Yeah,
can see that
see,
going.
now we're talking.
Yeah.
All right, now we're going to run a press conference, right? It's just great.
It
So
could be like, yeah, like you're, you know, coming up with questions to ask the athletes, you know, that could be a game in the making.
see, Tim,
So-
don't knock it.
Y'all could come up with that, become millionaires one day.
So what's one good question that, like, if you were in this job that you would ask an athlete? I mean, because I'm sure you've heard all the good, bad, and everything in between.
Yeah. Honestly, I'd probably say depending on the situation, but like, maybe I like preparation questions. Like, how did you prepare this week to, you know, understand this, and that? Those are always pretty good. The questions they give me sometimes is like, how did y'all lose? Like, I don't know. Like, we didn't purposely
What's
lose.
wrong? Why
Yeah.
did you lose? Right.
So I've been thinking all week about this question I wanted to ask you, Eli.
Okay.
Like, I want to know about how your preparation. If you could tell me a little bit. No, but in seriousness,
Yeah.
what's it like playing against a dual threat quarterback?
Yeah.
Like somebody who, you know, can not only throw the ball through the air,
Mhm.
but is able to move the ball on the ground. I mean, Lowry's got 14 rush touchdowns against
Yeah.
7 pass touchdowns. How does that impact your game plan going in, and you personally as a safety, like how you play that?
Honestly, I love it because, you know, when you get those quarterback runs, you need the safety to get involved. So that's where I come into play. And, you know, We do a lot of film study, a lot of extra work in. Like I was telling the guys, like we're going to spend time at my house this weekend. Like this week, like everybody coming to my house watching film together. Like I might either order some food or cook some food, but it just kind of builds that bond off the field. And we're also getting in tape at the same time, you know? So it's like when a tough moment on the field happens, like whatever I say, they just automatically trust me because we've talked about this, you know? So, and that kind of builds with Sai. Like, Sai's my left hand. Like, I trust Sai with my life, and, you know, we've been doing this for so long together. So it's like we're going to go out with a bang, you know?
All right, I have a couple questions now.
Mm-hmm.
So when I think of watching film, I just assume everybody was coming in to the APC and watching it. Is that pretty normal where people come into the house and you watch film together?
Oh, I'm not sure, but that's just kind of what the DBs do. I mean,
Huh.
I can get like the film on my. We have an app called DV Sport or
Yeah,
whatever.
yep.
Yeah. So I get it on my Xbox, hook it up to the TV. Like we'll order some pizza or something, and we'll just kind of talk about it. And just being in the comfort of your own home, like with the young guys, they haven't like got super comfortable with the coaches yet, just being in their own vibes yet. So being able to be comfortable and watching film, just kind of spending time with the teammates, I think is important. So that's just kind of what we do, you know.
And then secondly, I know you just said order pizza, but you also mentioned maybe that you would cook some food.
Yeah, I'm a chef.
What do we make?
Anything. Me and
What's
my
your
roommate.
specialty?
My specialty. I mean, I'm a big pasta guy.
Okay.
We made a seafood boil the other day. That was pretty good.
Let's hear about it.
Yeah. My brother's fiance gave me a recipe. Just a bunch of random seasonings. You know, you gotta have the Old Bay in there. Sausage, crab legs, shrimp. The new method that I learned, we take the sausage, cook it, right?
Okay.
And there's this method called deglaze, where you deglaze it, put it back in the sauce. Works pretty good.
Is it lunchtime yet? Because I'm hungry.
But like I like to see pictures and just try to cook it without a recipe. So, you know, just throw whatever I think goes in there, and if it's good, it's good. I failed plenty times, trust.
Tim, do you have any specialties that you cook?
I do.
What's your favorite?
Order pizza?
Order pizza is the most normal one,
Okay.
but sometimes like pizza's closed. And I can make a mean peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Hey.
Yeah. And
That'd be
you, like peanut butter and jelly is one of those foods. Like it can be breakfast, lunch, or dinner in
Yeah.
a pinch. So yeah, but seafood boil I may have to try. Not
So-
me cooking though. Maybe me eating.
So I'm going to get back to football.
Mhm.
I don't think this is normal. I've been around a lot of teams. You guys, for whatever reason, you don't point the fingers,
Mm-mm.
right? This
Yeah.
team, and it's been like this for a long time around here where it's no blame game. It's everybody's in this together. I don't think that's normal, especially in college football.
Yeah.
Why do you think Miami football is so good at that?
And I think that kind of brings me back to us watching film in the house. Like when you become like off the field friends with your teammates, like how could you blame your friend for a mistake? You know, like we're actually friends. We actually spend time together. So it's like, and we know how hard it is to be perfect, especially at DB. Like you could cover your man the entire game and give up one pass, and it looks bad.
Right.
So it's just like, okay, like we're gonna have each other's back. And like you said, like honestly, this year too has probably been one of the best years when it comes to not pointing the finger. Not because we've been down some games, like NIU down 14, like, and I just think that me being the older guy in the room, I've never been the type of leader where it's like I'm not gonna expect nothing from you that I can't do. So it's like, you know, you're gonna make mistakes. Let's go. Like you'll be fine. Like, it's literally not that deep. And once they understood that, like we kind of just keep growing. Like Coach said, we're still growing as we're playing the championship game. So
I just think, I mean, you mentioned NIU,
mhm.
Western Michigan,
Mm.
right? Even Buffalo, right? Defense is playing great. Offense is struggling to move the ball. And there's no, I'm watching the silence. There's
Yeah.
no finger pointing. Nobody's yelling at each other. It's just do your
Come on,
job.
do your job.
And then all of a sudden the offense gets it going and you win as a team. And I
Yeah.
just, in today's college football, I don't think that's the norm.
Yeah. I mean, I think because you still have like that core group of people that's been here for so long, like me, Sai, Oscar, like those guys that's been here for so long, like we kind of keep that gel together. So it's like we don't really have time to be pointing the fingers because we're focusing on, okay, we could have did this, and this better this drive. Let's focus on that. Let's get better. Give the offense a chance, you know, like. Especially with Tommy G out there, a young guy, then like we're really good friends with the offense as well. Like Cam Perry, Keith Reynolds are my guys, so it's like I'm willing to do whatever it takes on defense just to give them another chance to go out there and score, you know. And seeing them guys like go out there and have fun gives the defense the utmost confidence, you know.
I just think it's really special. I think it's something when you are 40, 50 years old,
Yeah.
Tim's like 65, when you get to be his age, You're gonna look back.
I'm only
and
65 if he's 30.
Yeah, like I get treated like I'm at least 32 around here, you know? Like everything I do, they're like, "Aren't you too old for that?" Like, so I just, you know what? Y'all got it. I'll just watch.
Uncle Eli, I love it.
Yeah, like
How did you get started playing football? Like, how long ago was it? I mean, it's been quite the
Yeah.
journey.
probably like what 5 years old playing little league football. I mean, my dad coached. I mean, all my friends played. We just kind of went out there and played. You know, that's just kind of how it starts for a lot of guys. Little league football, Louisville Patriots. Shout out to Louisville Patriots. You know, a bunch. You know, we all kind of traveled from school to school together. We actually won a championship in middle school together. Like all my little league friends went to the same middle school. My dad was the head coach. You know, it was actually funny. Like me and my dad laugh about this story. So we were like an inner city school, not the best resources. You know, we get to the playoffs. The other team has like headsets, so their coaches in the booth. I mean, we don't have.
This is Little League.
This is middle school. Yeah, but like they're going insane. Like my dad's looking at these coaches. They're like talking to their coaches in the booth. We don't have that. So my dad's like, that's just not fair. But like we still won. But like, and that's kind of the same thing. Like we were friends off the field. So it's like, and I feel like that allows us to play better, because you know we're really good guys. You know, but.
Did you always play defense?
No, I've always been a two-way guy, you know. Throw me up a fade ball here and there. Like high school, you know, in high school, like you gotta play both ways, right? Like now, was I probably the best receiver? I don't know, you know, but it was fun though. Like I returned a few punts here and there, you know, scored a couple touchdowns, you know. We didn't really have as many. Like Ohio has more probably compared to football than Louisville. I'll be honest with you. Like I think just one of my close friends, Malachi Lawrence, he plays for UCF right now. Like that's the only D1 guy I think we had on our team other than me. Like so, we're gonna both be out into the new world, the adult life, see how it goes. You know.
So how did you get from there to Miami University?
Well, my senior year, because you know we had COVID and all that, so like I didn't really have enough time to do any of the recruiting or anything. But my friend was already here. He did like early enrollee. So I talked to him about it, and he kind of just hooked me on here and was like, yeah, let's go to Miami, and we did, and been here ever since, right?
But was it really that simple? Like, was there a long? I know it was COVID, but
Well, honestly, I did commit somewhere else at first,
okay.
and then, like, their coaches had moved to a new program, and it was just so far from home. Didn't want to do that, so then I kind of ended up, because I never got to visit. I visited the place I committed to. That was the only place I visited. So, like, of course I would commit there because that's the only place I've been.
Yeah.
And then, like, with COVID and all that, I just didn't get to meet the people here. So it was just you know, that was a crazy period. The COVID period, like, just going to high school, and then the next day they're like, you're not going back. And then we didn't go back for a whole year. Like, it was kind of crazy. So.
I didn't start here till 2021, but Dave still tells stories about all the Miami sports for like the entire year. all
Yeah, how
playing at
was
the
that
same
with
time.
the
Like,
COVID, with the
that would be
sports?
the simulator
Yeah,
game.
That would be because they at first canceled all the sports and moved into
Yeah.
the spring, and then they brought football back, and we played that in the fall, but it didn't start till November.
Mm,
And it's COVID, and so we only ended up playing 3 games that year.
yeah.
And then everything else was in the spring, from January to May.
So that was
all
probably
15 sports.
packed.
It was rather busy.
You didn't sleep
Yes.
for 5 months,
Yeah.
basically.
Did they let you still do like interviews and stuff?
We
Like-
still did a lot of stuff.
okay.
We stayed far. We did. That's when we honestly I didn't never heard of Zoom until COVID, right?
yeah.
That's when we learned
Zoom kind of
and
popped off right
yeah.
there.
so
The Zoom classes, Zoom all that, online
yeah,
courses.
never heard of it until then.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask about classes. Like, you've already got a degree. Tell us about like what you studied, what you learned, what you hope to do with it. Just kind of the academic side of your Miami experience.
Yeah, so I got my degree in psychology. The plan is, you know, try to go to the league, get some money to help fund my later career. I want to go into like being a psychiatrist, which is like med school and all that. You know, I'm a big therapy type of guy, like big just talking it out, figuring out life. Like I think a lot of times we just try to handle so much on our plate instead of just, you know, allowing the close ones to handle it with you. And I think that if I can get into that work, you know, that work life of, you know, being able to talk to people trust me for some reason. I don't know. People like, you know, I'm a good listener. I'm not a big judge guy. So they come to me about their problems and we figure them out. Like half the time in the locker room, they call me old, but like they'll come up to me about like real life situations and, you know, we'll figure it out together. Like that's just kind of how it's been. And those are my guys, you know.
So I don't think this is the norm either. Coach Zane, you guys were teammates together
Yeah.
here, and I think you guys were friends.
Yeah,
right?
Actually, we always joke. He gave me a pair of basketball shoes one day, and I still have them. Like that,
Nice.
that was my guy. Like,
And now he's your position coach,
Now
and
he's my
he just
coach.
yells at you every day.
yeah.
How's that?
The first couple of weeks, I had to definitely get adjusted to it. Like, yeah, he's yelling at me, but he's an amazing coach. To be completely honest with you, amazing motivator. Like he, not once this year has he like ever been down on the guys. And I mean, our safety production this year has been amazing, and I think he plays a great part in that because every time we get to the sideline, like he's only boosting our confidence. And there's gonna be times where we mess up and he's gonna get on us. I mean, that's that's life. But his ability to like allow us to focus and still have fun, like he gets some years under his belt, like he's gonna continue to become a better and better. He's already a great coach in my opinion. But yeah, I definitely did have to like that icebreaker moment of okay, yeah, like he's not my friend no more. He's my coach. And I'm like, okay, when he yells at me, like the young guys see this, so I can't like be disrespectful because like the young guys don't he wasn't teammates with the young guys. He was teammates with me, so like if he yells at me, I always, he's got it, like, and he does a great job. Like he puts a lot of work into it, so I do appreciate him, honestly.
He's a pretty good dancer too. If you remember at Arizona Bowl,
Arizona Bowl.
Those are
Yeah.
some good
I
moves.
could never do that. I would never.
he was all in. He was all in.
I appreciate that.
And then it's probably awkward too, right? Because he's like 25, and since you're 30, he's younger than you as your coach.
yeah,
so.
he's younger than me. Like that's the problem, huh? yeah.
I brought a game. Can we
Okay.
play a game?
Yeah.
So every podcast we have some kind of game
okay.
with a very random theme. And so today, fun with numbers. Dave never knows what it is. He doesn't usually do very well.
Okay.
The theme is MAC in honor of the MAC championship game. So these are all words that have MAC in them for the
Okay.
MAC, which has nothing to do with football at all.
Okay.
Okay?
You lied to me. You said it was just football. It was just football specific. I've been studying like the record book for the last day.
It's called a red herring. It's not
Yeah.
lying. It's just kind of sending you because he'll do anything he can to try and
To
know
get
what
a
the top.
little-
Yeah.
You're like, you don't understand. Was this podcast like 13? I don't know. I
He's
think
won, like,
I'm 1 in
once.
12.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
no pressure.
Our scorekeeping is kind of like for being stats people, we're not very good at scorekeeping. So fun with numbers. You're gonna say the number you think it is, and the other person just has to go higher or lower, whichever way, and see who's closer. Basically.
Okay.
So they're just very random numbers. So Mac, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
How many Mac computers did Apple sell last year?
Okay.
MacBook and not just MacBook, but all those brands of Mac computers. How many did Apple sell in 2024?
1.2 billion.
So you just got to be higher or lower than 1.2 billion.
I'm gonna go lower.
22.9 million.
Oh, it's a little high.
Point for
Yeah,
the
just
for
a
the
little high.
favorite.
Billion. That's a
I
lot.
don't know. They
Yeah.
sell a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I got like 10 in my office.
Okay, Eli.
Okay.
So we're going to Michigan.
Okay.
So the Mackinac Bridge is in Michigan. It's one of the
Okay.
the longest suspension bridge in the Western Hemisphere. Have you ever been across? the
I
Mackinac?
have,
Have
yes.
you?
I have not.
So-
Maybe I probably have. I'm
Like
not sure.
from the Lower Peninsula, Upper
Yeah.
Peninsula. How many tons do you think the Mackinac Bridge weighs?
I mean, the thing's like a mile long, right?
Yeah. How many tons? Let's say like 25 or more.
25 tons, more or less.
It's got to be higher, right?
1,024,500 tons.
I'm not a big bridge guy.
Well,
Yes.
now things we learned. Very, very much non-football related. What year was Shakespeare's play Macbeth written?
That's probably like 1600.
Okay, so he's thinking 1600s. So 1623.
That's probably a great guess.
Well, you kind of like were helping.
I know. I
It-
forgot that you can. Yeah.
podcast. It's like an audio medium, Dave.
You said
keeps telling me.
1623.
Yeah.
Earlier
That
or later?
Might be right on the dot.
I'm gonna go like later.
It was 1606.
Ooh, man, what a good line. Oh. What was that,
That's
2-1, huh?
That was
All right.
good.
Another word with Mac in it.
Okay.
Macy's. So we had
Okay,
our
Macy's.
Thanksgiving Day parade last week with the big
Macy's.
cartoon balloons and all that stuff, right? How many balloons were in the parade last week?
Like thousands, maybe. Okay. Let me
Like the big character, coming down the street.
So not like the little ones. You're just talking the big characters.
Right,
flying
yeah,
around.
it takes a bunch of people like
Yeah.
holding the ropes and like walking them down the main street.
There's like a Macy parade, right?
Yeah.
120.
120
I think
balloons,
that's a good line.
more or less.
I'm going to go higher.
34.
Oh,
because there's like bands and
Yeah.
like, actor. I mean,
But
lots
they
of.
show like all of them on TV. So I
Yeah.
just assume there's
Yeah.
more that they're not showing. Okay. What
Um,
are we? 2-2.
tie ball game.
What are we playing to?
until he's ahead. It's the same rules as every week.
Okay.
Macaulay Culkin, MAC, Home Alone.
Wow, that's
okay.
a stretch. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, how many? I have no response for that. How much did he get paid to star in Home Alone?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
We'll say Mac million. That's 1 million.
A
we talking about all the Home
$1 million
Alones or
dollars.
just
No,
like-
the original Home Alone, 1990.
I'm gonna go lower.
$110,000.
Man, they made good money on that.
But for the sequel, he got millions.
Yeah, I
and he
figured.
got he got percentage of the net and a percentage of the revenue. So like
I got
he's done
100,000
pretty
for
well.
first
Pretty
one.
well
I
for
mean, he
that.
was a kid. So.
The song Macarena, the dance. What year was it released in the United States?
1970.
1970,
So
earlier or
I
later.
believe it came out. I think it was my junior year of high school.
Oh.
So I think 1996.
It was 95 is what I've got. So
Okay.
that was pretty good.
Why did I go
That
1970?
was 30 years ago. So right around when you were. Never
Yeah.
mind. Okay.
All right. So I think we're 3-3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next
couple-
one wins.
Yeah, this is the tiebreaker.
Okay, then I got to go to the best one.
Okay.
Can I? Two more.
Two more.
All
Two
right.
more.
Two more.
Okay. So we're all right.
Well, I won't even ask this. I just have to say it because it was
Okay.
interesting. Macaroni, like
That's what I was thinking you was gonna start with.
mac and cheese. Like, okay, so this is not even a question. I'm just gonna throw it out there. It was a biased survey, I'm sure, of 1,000 Americans. What percentage of people said they would give up coffee or social media before they gave up mac and cheese? And the answer on here is 56%, and that's insane to me.
Yeah.
I think it was a mac and cheese
I
company.
agree.
Yeah. It probably,
Okay, here we go. Last one.
Sponsored by
Whose
Kraft.
Whose turn is this?
I think I'm up, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
The Guinness World Record for most Big Macs eaten by one person
In like a sitting.
No.
Like in Lifetime.
in a lifetime.
Ooh. 365 days.
It was reached this year.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I'm sure it
Yeah.
continues to extend, but
We're gonna. Let's go. 6,300.
6,300 Big Macs in a lifetime, more or less.
Gotta go more.
35,000.
Yeah.
And Eli
Yeah.
is our winner.
Ah.
He ate his first in
You gotta think he's
1972.
probably eating them every day.
Has been counting ever since.
But if you ate them every day, like you'd live to be like 20.
So the biggest lesson that he has learned through his pursuit, according to the
Yeah.
story, to keep spare Big Macs in the freezer because he can't depend on McDonald's being open in a blizzard. And the advice he'd give to someone who would challenge his title, don't.
Yeah.
No,
So,
yeah.
congratulations. And speaking of advice, though, we always like to end with something serious. So I'm going to throw this back to you and give you a second to kind of marinate on it. You've been here for 30 years, or however long it is. If you could go back and give yourself a piece of advice day one, freshman year, knowing what you know now, what would you tell yourself heading into Miami football?
Good question. Honestly, like those bad days that I did have all taught me lessons. So like I used to get down on myself real bad for, mistakes and stuff like that, but if I didn't make those mistakes, I wouldn't know to correct them, So I appreciate all the times coaches have gotten on me and, allowed me to get better. So, I mean, when I was a freshman, the older guys always told me, like, when you get to our age, you'll understand. And I finally do understand. So just, take it one day at a time and just have fun with it,
Well, Eli, thanks for joining us. Good luck on Saturday. We'll be there rooting you on. So.
Let's do it. Appreciate y'all.
All right.
Saturday, noon, Ford Field in Detroit. Games on ESPN. Miami football against Western Michigan for the MAC title. And we will see you next week.
Let's do it.